Is that short time or long time? Which is it?
Whatever your choice.
Whatever it is. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Have a board of commissioners in session.
Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we pray, let's just say it's a great day to be a Hoosier. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this time that we can come together and do the work for the citizens of Howard County. We thank you, Lord, for all the blessings that you bestowed on us. We thank you for this great country that we live in. We thank you for this great state and this great county, and we just ask that you would watch over us and help us. And we just ask that you watch over the vulnerable right now, the people that are out in this cold, and the people that work in it, the people that are having to live in it, and the people that don't have any place to get out of the cold to get shelter. So just be with them as well and help them. And we just ask all of this in your Son's precious name. Amen.
How about those Hoosiers? Huh? What a game. Go IU. Okay. Special announcements, recognitions.
We got years of service for January and February. 1 year of service, following people would be Julian Brown, Jackie Burke, Rebecca Vent, Laurel Brath, Stephanie Klein, Dina Hurd, Shelley Preston, Megan Horton, Jeremy Bowser, Christy Gerard, Nicholas Allen, Melinda Unger, James Dodier III, Carrie Michael, Tanner Miller, Nolan Kelly, and Christopher Owen. 5 years of service, Amy Schreckenhorst, Nicholas Howe, Donald Bollinger, James Skinner, Matt Deckard, Armino Cardias, Christopher Sanders. 10 years of service, Miss Melissa Gilbert. 15 years of service, Josh McMahon, Dominic Hayes, Angela Banush, Timothy Martin. 20 years of service, Bill Stonestreet, April Johnson, Mickey Jeffers, Sarah Hobensack, Mona Sadler. 25 years of service, Megan Enright, Jeremy Pill, and 35 years, Keith Myers.
Outstanding. I know I said this before, but our employees are our best assets that we have, and we're so thankful for them. Any other recognitions?
You see that agenda?
Okay. Approval of previous meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve. And I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those meeting minutes are approved. That takes us to departmental business and reports. First up is Amber Toll from the Highway Department. Hello, Amber.
I have some change orders today for Bridge 56. This is the bridge on 300 East, just south of Sycamore.
Now you get to say that all over
Okay.
again.
I have some change orders for Bridge 56. This is the bridge on 300 East, just south of Sycamore. This is the one that we worked on all last fall, and we got open right about Thanksgiving time. This is just some paperwork to try to finish up the project. We do have 5 change orders that we incurred through the life of that project. Not all of them are monetary, but I will just go through all 5 of these, and these will require approval from the commissioners and signed documents. So, change order 1 is a $0 change order, and this is basically just a federal paperwork type situation. We had to change from one type of item to a different type of item Didn't change the price, we just needed to make sure the item name was correct. So that was a paperwork kind of issue. Change order 2 is a total of $23,336.01. We overran our stormwater management budget a little bit more than what we thought. The plans called for 1 causeway, we actually needed 2. And then there was also some excessive rain in June, if we all remember, that 7-inch rain that we got, which did cause us a little bit more of an issue with our stormwater management type situation. So that did add some money to that contract. Change order 3 is a total of $36,792.00. This was due to our piers needed a lot more, they had a lot more damage than we had originally thought. We did plan for some remediation of those piers, but once we got to sounding those piers, we realized that a lot of the concrete was actually more rotted than we thought, so we had to take away a lot more material and replace that. It was more than we anticipated. Change order number 4 is a $0 change order, and that was just to change the completion date of the project. This was to accommodate a delay in some of the federal approvals that had to go through the federal process that added a little bit more time to the contract, so $0. And then finally, change order 5 is a total of $8,822.45. And this was due to some bad subgrade material once we removed the roadway and started working on the bridge and the road. We realized that there was a couple areas that were really bad subgrade, so we had to take out that bad soil. We put some material in there to make that more solid, and then put some new fill in place of that. So it makes a total of all 5 of the change orders, a total addition to the contract of $68,950.46. I do have this in our budget for that bridge, so it just requires some approval from commissioners.
Make the motion that we approve the 5 changeovers for the Bridge 56.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that motion is
All
approved.
right. I just need one signature, just underneath mine on all 5 of those documents.
Okay. I would ask the board's approval to sign these 5 change orders.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that is approved. And finally, there you go.
Thanks, Amber.
You're welcome. Next up will be Community Corrections, Stephanie Poole. Welcome, Stephanie.
I just have the MOU for the Trex account, which allows us, it's been in the works for a while, prior to me, but it allows, interception of, state taxes for those that owe past debt collections that aren't making any payments or anything of that sort, making any effort to pay the debt that they owe for that. I did send it to, Mr. Wilson to review, and he gave me the okay to pass it forward to you guys.
So help me understand, this is if people aren't making an effort or anything, then Community Corrections can intercept their
The
tax
state,
check,
yeah, the state taxes.
state.
And then if they start to make an effort, then you can remove them off that list and allow them to make the effort. I think Jeremy said it was a week time frame, right? We check it weekly, and if they start to make payments or something of that sort, we'll message them or take it off that board so that they can make the effort.
So this is state tax only.
Yes.
Questions, Stephanie? Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this is approved.
Thank you.
Do you need this signed, or,
Yes. Do you guys have the copy of it? Or I have this one.
so do you have an original? Or you need this signed by all three of us, it looks like.
There you go.
Could you make sure that Jessica gets that as well? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't see. Next up, we have the clerk's office. Is there someone here for the clerk's office?
I think Alan is
I-
presenting.
Debbie's overnight, so I told her I would present this.
Okay,
This is the CSI Computer Systems contract, which I reviewed and approved. It allows them to be able to get at old information for record expungement and things of that nature. The money comes from the perpetuation fund.
okay. This is $4,000 for the software,
Yes.
okay? Is there a motion to approve the CSI Computer Systems software?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
This contract is approved. It looks like it needs one signature, so I will ask the board's approval to sign this contract.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. You want this to go down?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, please.
Next up is our treasurer, Christy Branch. Hi, Christy.
We have to recess the meeting.
You want me to do the L&D contract first or the Board of Finance?
I would say do the contract first.
Contract first, yeah, it's quicker. Okay, today I'm presenting the service agreement between L&D Mailmasters and Howard County. L&D Mailmasters is the company we have utilized since 2020, taking care of all of the printing and mailing of the tax bills. They're an admirable company, wonderful to work with, always on top of the full process, staying on schedule each step of the way and providing service for our county. The postage is an estimated fee due before the printing process begins, which is $20,000, along with the printing process being an estimate as well at this time in the amount of just a little over $15,000. The true cost will be determined once the actual bills are completed and mailed out in April. The difference between what was paid out in 2025 compared to the estimate for this year is around $1,900 due to the part of increase in postage and supplies. In 2025, the cost was $33,143.38, and the estimated cost for this year is $35,000.
Christie, I don't see a total cost of this contract. I see a postage cost, but is that the total cost?
No, the total, there's not a,
I think it says total services. if you go back.
yeah, that's the postage.
That's it. Right there, it says total services and then estimated services.
So do we need to add those two together?
figures don't match up to what I have. I have $35,056.62.
Okay. Can I see what you're looking at? And, have you seen this? And Alan, have you seen this?
I have. I don't have the figures she's talking about. Figures, all I have is the $20,000 postage figure page, but I have reviewed the contract.
Okay.
That's the only page I've got. That's the only page I've got on mine.
You want to see this, Alan? Is the, besides those numbers, is the contract, is that what Alan looked at?
Yes.
The actual contract itself
Yeah,
hasn't
service agreement.
changed?
And compared to last year's figures, it's a difference of $1,900 this year, but estimated.
It's $1,900 more.
Okay, so the postage has changed since then too.
Yes. Yeah, it was $20,000 last year as well with postage.
Okay. This says it's 24 now,
This
right?
is 24.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have a problem with the contract, I just don't have the right figures in front of me, and I don't want to approve something that I don't have the right figures. That's where I'm at.
Exactly.
So I can email what I have to you guys as well. You want me to come back the next meeting
When is the when will you need to have this done and deadline?
as soon as possible?
If you come back to the next meeting, will that give you the time?
That's what I would recommend then.
Well, right now, all they need is the $20,000 down to start the process for the postage.
It does look like the contract itself is the same comparison.
I think this must be last year's.
I know, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll have to pull last year's and see if they just maybe amended it. Because it was $20,000 last year that I paid up front.
What's the board's pleasure?
Well, as I stated, I guess I would like for her to come back with the actual
Yep.
true numbers.
Yeah, I was going off of what they,
If you'll send that back out with the correct numbers on it.
Sure.
And come back to the next meeting, that should probably work for you, shouldn't
sure,
it?
yes,
That's what I'd recommend.
So we will table this.
okay. And I'll get that sent back out to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Kristen. Are you ready for the Board of Finance?
Yes,
Okay,
if you guys are ready.
so, Jeff, you were the president.
Yeah, but don't we have to leave this meeting to go to the next meeting?
Correct.
Yes. So we will leave the Howard County Board of Commissioners and adjourn to the Howard County Board of Finance.
Okay, we'll call to order the Howard County Board of Finance meeting for January 20th, 2026. First item would be the election of officers for 2026 for the Howard County Board of Finance.
I move to elect Jeff Lipinski as our president.
Second that.
Got a motion by Mr. Dodd, a second by Mr. Bray. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We need a vice president.
Motion to make Commissioner Dodd Vice President.
Got a motion to make Mr. Dodd president. I will remove my, or
Vice
vice president. I will remove from president and vote as well, or second that motion. So we've got a motion by Mr. Bray and a second by myself to make Mr. Dodd vice president. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And do we need to do Christie as secretary?
Yes.
So, do I have a nomination for Christie Branch for secretary?
So moved.
Got a
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bray and a second by Mr. Dodd. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we got the officers. Next would be the approval of minutes from the 2025 meeting. That was on January 21st of 2025.
I move to approve the minutes of January 21st, 2025.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Dodd, a second by Mr. Bray. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those meeting minutes pass, so we're ready for review of 2025 collections.
Okay.
Ms. Branch.
The spring collection rate in the treasurer's office for 2025 was 98.5%, collecting $62,038,437.48 for the first installment taxes. The fall collection rate for the second installment was 92.5%, collecting $58,234,980.07. The combination of the two at a rate of 95.5%.
Excuse me just a second.
Uh-huh.
Do we have those numbers in here?
No.
Okay. For future reference, I would appreciate having the numbers
Oh,
in
definitely.
front of me.
I had thought about it, but I had never had before, so
Yeah.
it'd be easier
I
to
know for
follow
me,
that
I'd
way.
appreciate the numbers in front of me.
Yes, yeah, it would be easier to follow that way.
Can you go over those numbers one more time? Write those down.
Do you want the first, second, and the combination?
Yeah. Start
So-
from the beginning.
I'm sorry?
Start with those numbers from the
Okay.
beginning.
So for the spring collection rate, it was 98.5%, collecting $62,038,437.48. The fall collection at a 92.5%, collecting $58,234,980.07.
Is there any reason why there's such a 6% discrepancy in the collection rate from spring to fall, or you got
A lot of people pay their, for the whole year in the spring.
That makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. The revenue from our annual tax sale last year was $400,352.03. This amount consisted of 137 parcel tax lien certificates sold on the October 17th tax sale out of the 212 that were offered, resulting in those 137 parcels to be back on the tax roll, which is the ultimate goal moving forward. Innkeeper's tax collection through the treasurer's office is $1,396,147.84 so far for 2025. This amount does not include all of the December payments, as they have until today's postmark date to submit payment to the treasurer's office. There are 7 entities that we have yet to receive payment as of today. And Howard County had one new establishment that opened last year in September, which was Live Smart Studios by Hilton.
Now, with any of that innkeeper's money, the $1,396,000, does any of that go to the city, or is that the county's portion?
No, it all goes to the Visitors Bureau.
Okay. But is that just the counties, or is that the entire city and county?
City and county.
Okay.
And in March of 2018, we entered into a contract with the collection agency for the purpose of collecting delinquent personal property taxes that have been certified to the Howard County Clerk as judgments. Last year, $69,612.03 was collected, which in turn has recovered $688,695.71 in delinquent business and mobile home taxes, penalty, and interest from March of 2018 to December of 2025. And this service is provided at no cost to the county. The total interest earned in 2025 through our local banks, CDs, and federal agency bonds was $4,655,746.07. This figure is up 1% from 2024's interest. And looking at the interest and investment spreadsheet, you will see that the largest portion of the interest made in 2025 was from our local interest-bearing accounts. Considering we finally saw that hike in 2023 rates, I've continued to work closely with each financial institution's treasury management, making sure we are earning the highest possible interest rate available for all accounts, CDs, and bonds. My objective is to continue with my due diligence in a manner which will provide the highest return with the maximum security while meeting daily cash flow demands and complying to all statutes governing the investing of public funds. And the investment policy and list of approved depositories has changed as of September 9th of 2025. When it comes to the verbiage of the policy, everything remains the same except the updated date of approved depositories. The approved depositories changed with one financial institution being added and one being removed. Those changes do not affect Howard County and the business that we do with our already established financial institutions. And this is what I was elected to accomplish for our county, and I intend to pursue my purpose to meet the objective as treasurer and secretary to the Board of Finance.
Chrissy, does that interest money, does that all go back to the general fund?
Correct, yes.
Those are nice rates.
I
Thank you for
know.
doing that.
Yeah. Really good.
She's the only person I know that hopes that interest rates don't drop.
Oh, yeah.
But in this county, it would be very hopeful that interest rates would drop if you're building a new jail.
Exactly.
If interest rates drops in that road or bond rate.
Yes.
I would rather the bond rate than the interest.
Yes, yes. That is definite. So if I can just have you guys sign. And I'll scan it and send it.
I guess I did have one comment while we're signing, and I don't know how this would work. I need to ask, I guess I'm asking Mr. Wilson. This county has an ordinance in place that states that we give local business or local opportunities a better rate.
5% discount.
5% discount. Does that apply on this?
It doesn't apply to what? I don't understand.
Well, we got a diversity of accounts in here, and some are not local. Some are,
I don't think it applies to the investment accounts.
just asking, just asking.
There's 141 that are approved as of September 9th.
So I'll give them a discount anyway.
I just would be in favor of keeping as much of that money locally as possible.
Sure.
That's my point with it. I don't know if, and one of the local banks had maybe the highest percentage rate on there.
Yeah, when I bid out for CDs, I have to bid out to 3 different financial institutions. And if for whatever reason, which I never have, choose one that's a lower rate, then I have to explain that to the State Board of Accounts of why I chose that.
I was just asking, I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't think our ordinance would apply to this investment. Do you, when you put those out, are they local banks?
Yes, they are. CDs are.
Okay.
Not questioning, just asking.
That's a good question.
Mrs. Borneo. So at this time, we can adjourn the Board of Finance and go back to the regular Commissioners meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'll
Second.
make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Dodd, second by Mr. Bray. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
We're back to the regular Commissioners meeting at this time. Thank you, Christie.
Thank you.
Okay,
I just,
That's good, good point.
thank you so much. That takes us to claims and reports. Salary claims.
$1,133,360.73.
Motion to approve.
second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Those are approved. Payroll expense.
$1,133,360.73.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion. Let's see, we did that. Those are approved. Operating claims.
$1,397,202.02.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That is approved. Do we have claims to ratify?
None.
Do we have any monthly reports?
I have weights and measures December 16th, 2025 through January 15th, 2026.
We will mark that as received. Do we have any grants?
None.
Thank you, Madam Auditor. Mr. Wilson,
I have two matters. The first is the administrative services agreement with JWF Specialty for administering our property casualty and workers' comp claims.
any questions from the board?
No, sir.
Motion to accept.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
This contract is accepted. It requires one signature, so I would ask the board for permission to go ahead and sign this.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Did you second that?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor is approved, so it's signed. Mr. Wilson, you want this, or you want?
Send it down if you would, yes. And the second and last thing I have is an ordinance for a new fund for a grant that was received by EMA. And as you know, every time we have a new fund, we have to have an ordinance creating that fund. It's a $25,700 grant.
Okay. I have this, are there any questions? Okay. This is ordinance number 2026 BCCO-3.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 2026 BCCO-3. All in favor?
Aye.
This ordinance is approved.
And that's all I have today.
Pinsky.
Couple things. One being, Mr. Simone had a question or asked some questions about situation out at the solar site. So I've asked Mr. Lake to come in and try to explain the situation, so he's back there. Could you come up, Mr. Lake, and try to explain about blocking of the roads and how that's permitted and such?
So last week, there was a heavy load that was delivered out to the solar. They actually have two of those loads. This one was around 68,000 pounds. They have another one coming in next month that's about 220,000 pounds. They are state permitted wide loads that they have permitted routes through the state to get here. So when the complaint did make it to my desk last week, I looked into why we had a problem. The issue is, even though that it's a state permitted load, the goal in our road use agreement, if a road is going to be closed for an hour or more, Blattner is to contact county dispatch and let them know that that road's closed for that time period. The problem with last week is that was supposed to be a 30-minute lift, to my understanding. The weather caused some serious problems to where they didn't even get it lifted that day. So they did have it on the road for more than the hour time period. They did not call dispatch. I have had a conversation with Blattner in reference to that, to where that does not happen again. And that's the best I got on what took place. Any specific question?
No, I just appreciate you looking into it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Greg.
Can we find them? Can we find them?
I would not find them the first go-around at this, but that would be a possibility that they can be, potentially. But this being their first offense, closing the road without notification, normally we don't do that, but it's up to the commissioner.
Did you realize there's never been an emergency?
If you have comments, you need to come up and.
I think they need to realize that in that situation, Greg, that if there was an emergency in that area and we're not notified and we take a direct route to where we're supposed to be and we can't get through, that's a problem. There's no excuse for it. I mean, we cut this company so much slack and we don't hold them accountable for anything.
Well, I think it's just been said by Mr. Lake that they may.
They've had other violations. You know, we've got another company that's been out doing stuff in another project and running, you know, mud all up and down the roads. We're not holding them accountable. We just let them keep on doing it.
There is no project there yet, and that is private property.
But it's another company that's doing it.
It's on private property. I checked into it. It's on private.
Private property,
I'm sorry?
private property.
Private property.
So they're not under special exception anymore.
What they're doing is not part of their special exception.
But it's part of the project.
It's private property.
But it's part of the project. It has to be done. Right, Jack?
I'm not denying that, but it is private property.
Well, since I'm up here, may as well
Okay.
make this comment.
Go ahead. I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Well, I'll come back.
No, that's fine. You're up there, like you said.
No, I'll come back. I want to do it by the book.
Thank you.
Brad Seaman, Eastern Howard County, since nobody else is going to say their name or where they're from. No. Whose private property is it? When it's private property, is that the landowner or is that the contractor that's out there driving posts in the ground? It's not the landowner driving those posts in the ground, Jack, that he's just talking about.
They're doing soil samples.
I know exactly what they're doing. But you're making excuses just like,
No, I'm not. I'm stating facts.
is that right? Okay. It's a contractor that's dragging the mud out on the road from Ranger's project
Yeah.
that they're doing soil samples for. Yes, it's private property because that project's not approved at all. It's a special use permit that they don't have either, but that's another topic of discussion. However, I do want to say, I appreciate Mr. Lake looking into that, But there's an old saying about excuses. They're like something we all have and they all stink, right? That's just an excuse. That's all that was. I'm telling you, had there been a fire, been devastating, could have lost lives out there, and what would we say? Well, here's their first offense, guys, we're sorry, they're not gonna do it again. No, we need to have somebody out there monitoring this project every day they're out there working, because I'm telling you, I live out there and I see it. They're not following your rules every day. The problem is you want the people that don't want the project to police it. They're tired of it. They're 100% tired of this project, they're tired of policing it, they don't want no part of it. Now you want us to call you when there's a problem. We don't want to do that no more. That's not our job. We don't want the project, we're not going to help you out. So, that being said, you should have somebody out there monitoring this project any day they're working. Bottom line, because they're breaking your rules day in and day out, and you don't care. You do not care. If you cared, you would be monitoring it, but you aren't. We're going out there once a week. I don't even know how often we even go out there. Who's even monitoring this? I don't even know that. But the problem is, they break your rules day in and day out, unless somebody calls you, you don't know. My suggestion is you get some people out there on the ground, every day they're out there working, because I'm telling you right now, they're not following your rules. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Then my second comment would be, we've been getting a lot more requests this year for additional funds for programs that we've supported in the past. And it seems like weekly we get more and more of those. And we ask our county government agencies to cut their budgets by 20% before they even went to the table. Our employees did not get raises this year. And it's going to be real hard to ask or fund additional programs in my eyes when those two things happened. And I just don't like it when our employees, don't get raises. I understand there's reasons why, and that's not my decision to make. But I do control some of the other things, and when those people don't get the raises, I have a real issue with other places asking for additional funds. We're all in the same, our budgets were cut by the state, and we're in the same position as other places. So that's my take on it. I'm very supportive of our employees and the departments that we have to fund first and foremost for county government to be efficient and effective.
Anything else? Mr. Briggs?
Well, I have to agree with the chief out of Greentown. I'm a member of the fire department out in Greentown. And I got to tell you, when I saw that email, I didn't respond because I was afraid I was going to say something in email because it pissed me off. I'm sorry for the language, but I've been a first responder since I was 18 years old, and there's no excuse to block the road. If they block it for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we need to be notified. Because like the chief said, you're pulling a truck down the road as a tandem axle tanker with 4,000 gallon of water on it, and you get to that spot, you can't go any farther. You're going to back that truck up a mile? No, it ain't going to happen. You're going to back into somebody's driveway? That truck weighs, I was told 35 pounds per gallon, so figure that out, plus the truck. So I believe we need to be notified anytime the roads are blocked out there. Dispatch needs to know. So I don't know what we got to do to fix that, but we need to fix that. I'm sorry. Sorry I'm over my language, but it's just, they're right. I'm a first responder first, and I'm telling you, it didn't sit well. Sorry. I'll shut up before I say something stupid.
I think we all agree that this should not have happened. And we do have people out there monitoring. And if it happens again, I think the consequences would be severe on our end. But if it happens again, as the chief said, it could be even a lot more severe. And we understand that, but we can't be there walking the grounds 24/7. All we can do, if it happens again, is impose some pretty severe consequences, as severe as we can. And trust me, we would. But that's what we can do. And we will. For something like that, as simple as calling dispatch, I mean, that's, to me, it seems pretty simple, but they didn't do it. That's the bottom line. And I hear you, Chief. I do hear you. So we will continue to monitor. We have a company hired to be out there every day, Pam. Are they out there every day? That's what I thought, to monitor these kind of things. So thank you, Greg, for looking into that and being here to explain it. We appreciate that. So hopefully it won't happen again, but time will tell. So now we'll open it up to public comments.
Staying on Eastern Howard County. I guess I just want to put on the record that there is a second special exception that's been approved. And in that BZA meeting on, I believe it was March 23 or February? March of 23, the night that that special exception was approved, they asked for an 18-month extension. So that would have given them 30 months to bring the project to the county. So I guess who's going to enforce the ordinance of the BZA for special exception? Because they're at 33 months now and they've not brought anything to the drainage, they've not been approved through the Drainage Board or the Plan Commission. So I guess we have the ordinance in place. The ordinance says they have 1 year. We give them 33 months or 30 months and nothing's been approved. So I read into that as your special exception has expired. Can you help me out? Who would recommend this to go to back to the BZA to pull the special exception?
I'm going to ask Mr. Wilson to look into that and see.
You know, I mean, it's common sense, because if I miss a deadline and I don't have my paperwork turned in and I don't move on, you know.
I will ask Mr. Wilson for his legal interpretation of it.
So
That's what I can do.
when can we have an answer on that?
As soon as possible.
I mean, you know, it's been 30 months since since anything's been even brought up for approval.
That's what I can do, Chief. I can ask our attorney.
I mean, I would hope that me bringing this to your attention, you would bring this to the BZA, put it on the agenda that let them know the special exception's expired.
That's what I'm going to ask our attorney to look into it. That's what I can do.
Thank you.
Are there any other public comments to come before the Board of Commissioners?
Move to adjourn.
Second. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you.